We back. Week 14.
But
We made it, bro. Last week,
barely.
we barely made it. But I was thinking about this, and I was like, well, if us recording podcasts was like every week we did it was a victory, we'd be heading to the playoffs right about now, dude. We did like 10 this is 11 podcasts out of 14 or whatever, you know? So
is it?
I think so. We did like episode maybe 9. I don't know.
Not bad for having 85 kids.
Well, you know, this is the only episode that really matters, bro, because it's gonna go down to the nitty gritty.
It is.
You know, it's a special edition after hours fantasy football podcast. Your host DASKY are just flying across the world right now.
How it goes, baby. Gotta stay busy.
That's right, making moves.
The first ever podcast live from an international airport. Dude, we're growing, dude. Yeah. We're growing.
Oh yeah. From inside the Diamonds Club members only VIP treatment.
You can't see can you see my view? No, you can't, right? Can you? No, it's
I think once the brightness goes away, you kind of see it, but not really. Why? What do you want it to look like? It looks dope.
Oh okay. Nah, it's because I'm in the mountains of Nepal, dude. So you can see them in the background.
Oh yeah. I think I see it. I think I see a mountain goat out there hanging on the side of the mountain. I don't know how they do. I don't know how those goats do it, but that's how my team was.
They just do chingos a pase, way.
Dang, but hey, well, this is it, dude. Let's pull up some of the stats so we can see where we're at. But you know,
this is like the best season in recent memory, dude. Like it's just, I don't know if it's because I'm in the running. I think that might have something to do with it for me. But it's like very tight, dude. You know, it's like
for sure. Yeah, when I was looking over everything, I was like, well, we're like both of the playoff picture and the tomato bowl picture is there's a lot of teams in the mix, you know?
yeah.
So I'm like, oh yeah, that's what I think. That's definitely, you know.
No, but it's last place season against the Tomatoes, right? Or are they playing for it?
Well, in this league, bro, you never know about these rules. They're always changing.
Right, for real. You put a trade in and it goes in 10 days later. The only time in history. Jesus Christ.
Well, no, I think it's just last place at the end of the season. So, you know, right now 24s is last place, 4-9. And then we got 2 other teams at 5-8. So, you know, Joel wins and Jerry's World or Camacho loses, and then we're looking at a 5-9 tie. And so
for last place?
Yeah.
Damn.
For last place.
So it's gonna come down to bench points?
Yeah, I don't know how
total
I can
points,
see.
right? No, it's total points.
It's total points, but here are the total points. So it looks like it's close, dude. The difference between points between Joey and Camacho is only 4 points. So that's like there's nothing tiebreaker. Joel's kind of outside by a lot. You know, he's got like 60. So, you know. So what has to happen in order for Joel not to get tomato? Joel has to win. He goes to 5-9, and then one of them has to lose, but Joel also has to make up points.
Yeah, Ching was a point.
Yeah. So he is 1141. So let's say Camacho loses, right? That's just the closest. Joel needs like what's that? 959, 79,
60.
You know, 80, right? Almost 80 points.
Oh shit! No, yeah, nah. Joel's last.
He ain't gonna make that, right? Nah. I mean, could it? Is it possible?
I mean, hypothetically, yeah, but is he gonna score 180 points, bro? That's what he's gonna have to do.
Nobody scores 180 points, only Dasky, bro.
What'd you 179? What'd you hit?
Oh no, it was a lot though. It was the highest for the year, I think. I deserve extra bags there. Well, so then does this mean that this doesn't matter? Joel's last place?
Dang, dude. I mean, again, hypothetically, he could make it, but is he really
Right.
gonna do that? Shit, I doubt it.
Probably not. Right? Yeah, I agree. Well, I guess it's not as close as I thought it was because Joel, you know. So, and I think that's right. Because if Joey loses, he's 5-9, and so Joel would be 5-9, or Joel just loses, and that's the end of it.
Yeah.
So, up top, we have 3 teams right now at 6 and 7, and so they're potentially still in the hunt. So ESPN gives them some percentages, like 22% is Steve, Rivas is 31%. But I think it would depend on if you and David need to both lose. So if you both lose, you're both 7 and 7, and then whoever wins, there would be then a tie for 7 and 7. Somebody could squeeze in, basically.
Yeah.
But either one of you win, David wins or you win, I think you're kind of in for the most part.
Yeah, for sure.
Because then no one can match the 8 wins total. So, and then just depending on where the order falls, I'm in, Ernest is in. It's just going to now be like who's gonna match up, right? Projected playoff bracket right now. This is David coming in on 4th. Then that's what we're looking at. But I think what we were looking at, it doesn't seem that might happen. So, I think we can kind of talk through, maybe some of the scenario, like Game of Jones. He's on the out, right? Rivas. He's 6 and 7. What has to happen for Rivas to make it? Rivas wins, obviously. One of you needs to lose, you or David. And then points for Rivas, he's got 1407, which is close to you. So that'll be competitive, right? Like if you lose and Rivas wins, it's going to be come down to y'all's kind of points because the split in between y'all's 10 points. Now, if David loses and Rivas wins, he's likely in because he's got David on like by 70 points. So, what's Rivas' easiest way in? David loses, Rivas wins. So, and I don't think anyone else can jump Rivas on points from the 7 and 7 group. So, Big Dak, El Panson, what do we got? Big Dak's got 1349, so he's short of Rivas like 50 points, and Panzon's got 1250, so he's way shorter. So Rivas probably has the highest potential chance.
Yeah.
So ESPN gives him 31% chance. So
he said this morning Rivas sent me a trade for again for his tight end, but he wanted something. Who do you send me for? It was a tight end for something ridiculous. I was like, he wanted Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb for Andrews.
Yeah. Oh, for Andrews.
Right.
I mean, right. It's not having Andrews is a big time tight end. I don't have a tight end. Neither do you.
Yeah.
Ernest has Kelsey. So fucker.
Would you rather have the QB or the receiver that gets all the touchdowns? Like if you're going heads up, if you're going to go heads up against someone and they had, would you rather them have the number 1 receiver, or you have the receiver and they have the quarterback? Because then it starts canceling out, dude.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. I think it depends on, is the quarterback mobile, right? Because if he rushes, I'd rather take the quarterback because he's going to get that points, right? Yeah. But if, then there's the yardage for the receiver. Like if he has a big game, 3 touchdowns, 150 yards, 180 yards, cha-ching. And the quarterback might still just get, not that much, or maybe, but I think you have a little bit more of a, potential there. But if the quarterback's mobile, he could always rush it in, which is, I've gotten saved a couple of times like that with Jalen Hurts. But why, is that a situation you're in?
No, I'm just curious.
You trying to figure out how to play me against my own team, bro? Trying to beat.
Dude, I don't know. This is a like worst case possibility. Like the way the playoff picture is right now, the way it is now, the way you showed it, that's the way I wanted it. Like I was like,
Yeah.
But that's not gonna be it. Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna happen. And so the reason being is like me and you play, right, each other. So that record isn't, we can't both win,
Yeah.
As much as I always want us both to win, bro. It's the rematch of the battle of the bench, I think, But so we're gonna, and so depending on what happens there, the standings are gonna flip around. So if you win, and then it depends on what happens with Ernest, right? You win, Ernest wins, Ernest jumps to first, I'll drop to second, and then you'll go to well, let's say you and David win. You got David on points, so you'll go to third, and David will go to fourth. And so, we would play as the 2 and the 3, basically. I win, I finish first. You drop to 7-7. David wins, you drop to fourth. Now, David loses, Rivas wins, you drop to fourth. Here's the thing. Here's one way. I win, right? Kaepernick wins, right? So we just go lock in first and second. Now, if you win and David loses and you put up more points than Rivas, you'll go in as third. So that's probably the outcome we're looking for, right? But then Rivas makes the playoffs, so I don't want playoffs in the box. Yeah. So that's an option,
Yeah.
Or, or Kaepernick loses. If Kaepernick loses, he stays in second. I'd stay in first. You would just have to stay in third. So, which you could do.
That's what I want. I want to go against the first. I want you and me to be in the championship, dude, because we're best buddies.
Yeah. Well, so then that's the scenarios. Is I win, Kaepernick loses, you win. We don't see each other in that first round, or So what if or it could work the other way, right? Like if Kaepernick wins and I lose, he has me on points. He moves to first, I stay in second, and then if David loses and Rivas comes in, it's just going to come down to who has the points on, where you fall.
Who's Rivas playing?
Rivas is playing. Good question. Rivas. So I guess so Rivas is playing David. So basically, that's even juicier.
Oh,
whoever wins is in on Rivas and David.
Yeah.
Win and you're in. So, yeah.
Now, why are you trying to get Nick Chubb for the low? Get the fuck out of here.
Fucker. But Rivas is definitely someone to make a deal with right now. Like he needs that extra oomph to get into the playoffs. But Devontae Adams is probably who I would go after. Plays tomorrow, so he's gonna lock.
But he's that's not. Yeah, you can't.
And then it's and then the commissioner doesn't let the trade go.
So and then you lose.
So I think it just So that's going to be the big game. That's probably the game of the week, right? I mean, the Tomato Bowl. Well, I think that's already Joel's last place. There's no way to slice that unless he has this crazy game, which I don't see him doing. Maybe Josh Jacobs will have another 50-point game for him.
Hey, but good thing. Good thing he waited till the last week to make that trade, dude. Like just so he's out of reach. Just out of reach. Trying to do anything, dude. That was like a good move on his part.
Yeah. He almost missed the trade deadline. Yeah, for sure.
And the good thing is he accepted the same trade I had been sending him for like 6 weeks. Dude. Yeah. It was like, it made total sense. In the end, it made total sense. Dude.
Yeah, in the end.
How did I ever doubt him? God damn it. Hey, but speaking about trades, shouldn't someone get like the best owner of the league should get like $100, dude? And we should evaluate all the trades and be like, damn, how did this person pull that off, dude?
That would be kind of that just made me think of like there would be good to have like maybe like a little award, like owner of the year, you know, most improved or something, like because David went from not winning a game to in the mix, you know. So, but I don't know. It's another fucking thing we got to deal with. So, speaking of things you got to deal with.
Hey, you.
This is all you're gonna be cut out of this video for sure.
So
all right. So what are we thinking?
You know, I think the end of the year got juicy. I think this is the best season from recent memory. All right, for me, the whole time. It's been a pretty good season, and the chatter hasn't been as busy, but I think just like the wins and losses and the trades, and then when we do start talking, it gets a little bit juicy. So it was fun, man. This year was fun. Are you gonna come down for the? Are you gonna come down for the celebrate, like whatever we're gonna do?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, whatever it is, I'll fly in, and we'll figure it out, and then throw it down. But yeah, I agree, dude. I think it's been it's juicy. Lots of trades were made. You know, it was entertaining. I mean, even if Joel would have made a move a little bit earlier, he probably would have been in the mix. You know, there's teams on the bottom. Everyone did well, and so last week we'll do one more. We'll do another one to figure once everything's kind of settled in, and then kind of coverage the playoffs. I know Joel was going to try to go live, and he said playoffs was the time. Don't you know how'd you do that? And so,
what is that, dude? Hey, so what is your? If you had to pick a team, who would you pick to take it all?
I just don't know how you have Jacob.
If it's not you,
and Chubb, and you know, you're looking super strong, dude. With Jonathan Taylor coming in there, and but my winning streak ain't gonna stop, bro. I'm gonna go on a rampage, dude. I'm nine wins in a row. I'm gonna go 10, and then 11, and then 12, and I don't know. Put the kids to bed, bro.
Who's your? I got 3 bad running backs.
Yeah, I don't have.
I got like 6 top 5 players in there.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I wish this would have happened maybe 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, you would have been. Yeah, I think it's gonna be. You know, I don't see anybody. I think you're gonna win. I don't see anyone beating you. Maybe Ernest, dude. He's been bag of the week every single week, so you only know that he puts up points, dude. His team just comes through. So, that's.
I don't know how, dude. Like,
CMC is gonna blow.
I look at his team and I'm like,
yeah, me too. Yeah, I know. I thought that too, but CMC is probably lighting up. Joe Burrow. What happened? Did you freeze? Bah. Well, oh, there you are.
Yo.
Yeah, I was saying Ernest, I
don't know what happened.
No, you're good. McCaffrey,
Can you see me?
Burrow. Yeah, I can see you. I can see you.
No, because I can't see you. I think. There you go. Now I'm mute? Or no?
No, you're not on mute. I can see you. I can see you. Can you see me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You're choppy.
It's all good. My daughter took off.
This is what you look
kidding. Like. Where's Noe? Here she is. Well, all right, Art. We made it happen, bro. Kids,
man.
you know, everything.
Quick.
We got kids. We got
Travel.
business going on. Travel. I had to do the tree, the elf in the background there, cagando palo, whatever the little elf's supposed to do. We guy moves around every day. Okay, oh, hey, wake up, move me up. Okay, let's go.
Hey,
Your
if I
champ
forget to
signing
set
off.
my
Champ
lineup, make
signing
sure.
off.
If I forget to set my lineup, make sure you remind me, Das.
Dude, you're not even in a different time zone, bro. Don't even worry about it.
I'm going to Cali, dude. I'm gonna be early.
That's true. Hey, it gets real early over there, so you better be on it, dude, with the London game. They're on it with the London game.
All right, man. It's good to do a quick one next week.
Yeah, for sure. And then we're gonna try to do the live stuff. Maybe even during the playoffs. You know, I think it would be cool to like either check in Sunday night. Sunday night's a good time because the scores are already going through. See what's up.
Okay.
All right, man.
Sounds good, big dog. All right, man. I'll talk to you next time.